Hello everyone, welcome back to Ravi Thapa programming channel. So in the last video we were discussing how do we run a very new Java class that in from the DOS or the command prompt. So as we know that how do we run it now, maybe you will slowly start reading the program and try to write it into your computers. So how do we read a program is very important and very important once you will go to the theoretical portion of the programming language, because until unless you will not understand that what is the meaning of this public, let me zoom it, right? What is the meaning of this public? What is the meaning of this class? What is the meaning of this test? Why we are using this curly? Why we are using this curly? Why we are using this square bracket? What is the meaning of this? Right? These are the very important terms uh, to understand the programming as well as the concepts of the OOPs. Uh, so because Java is completely based on the uh, object oriented paradigm. So it's very important to understand the programming, whatever you code you are writing. So all these, the public class, let me add it into the notepad. It will be easier to explain. No, paint. And in many interviews also, if you go for the interview, people, if you are, especially if you are, new or the fresher into this technology, people will ask that, right? What is the meaning of this, or what is this, what is that, something like that. And also to read properly, it's very very important to understand what is this. All these, like for example, this public or this class, right? Again, this public, and then this static, this void, this main, right? All these are the keywords. Remember, these are the keywords. Keywords are actually the reserved words. Keywords are the reserved words. I'm just writing the K so that you could, identify what is what. So these are the keywords. So keywords are the reserved, some words for the programming language so that you could write and reuse the same word again and again in your syntax. Remember this thing. These are the keywords. Public, class, the public again, static, void, main. These are the keywords. You cannot use directly as it is in your programming language to name any class or variable or the method, which I will discuss it later, that what should be the name of the class, what should be the name of the variable, what should be the name of the interfaces, all these things. I will discuss it later. But to understand it, these are the keywords. Like this, there are a lot of keywords which slowly I will introduce. I don't want to make you confused, so slowly I will introduce. But to understand it from the first program itself, from the hello Java programming itself, these are the keywords. Remember this, and you will get all these keywords repeatedly, almost in each and every program. Right now, the second thing is, what is this? Let me change the color. What is this? The test. This test is the class. But how do you identify whether it is a class name or not? It's very important. Remember this thing. The class name always, preceded by the class keyword. So if there is any name which is coming after the class name, and after that name, if there is any curly, that means it is class. And class name always, I mean, in a standard way, class name always start with the uppercase first character, then the lowercase. This is the standard way, right? This curly is, the part of the syntax which is telling that from here the scope of class is starting. Remember this, the scope of class is starting. The scope, this scope of the class is starting from here. This curly is telling this, right? So this is the start. That means it is starting from here, here, and ending it here. Both are part of the same scope. Now the second line. This is the public, which is a keyword. Static is a keyword. Void is a keyword. Main. What is this main, right? So it's very important to understand this main is actually not this one. This main. Main is the method. But why it is method? It's very important to understand why it is method. Why it's not a class name or something else. Because this method, what should be the quality of a particular method? So method always, remember this, method always start with the lowercase first thing. Second is it should always contain after the name of that method, always start with the bracket, this bracket, right? The internal part, this part may contain or may not contain, that is possible, right? But it always start with the lowercase after the name, complete definite name. This bracket will start, and also this curly also this method also contains this curly, not all the time, but yeah, most of the time it contains this curly, remember. So this is a main method. Now this bracket part of the code, that means this method has some arguments. These are the arguments which has the type string. This square bracket means array. This means array. This means array. Remember, square bracket means array. And after any variable, this is actually the type variable, right? If anything coming, that is a variable name. That is a variable name. So I am saying it's a variable name, right? Now you could say, okay, test and this string is same. That means you will say that this is a class. True, this is a class. But why string is a class, how it is class, that I will explain it later for understanding, because it is starting with the uppercase and the other it is a lowercase. So in a typical way it's a class, simply understand it for now. Now again another curly is starting, right? This curly is starting. So this is the another block, or you could say the scope of class. So which is starting from there, here scope 1, and ending it here, scope 1. This is scope. That means scope of this particular block is starting from here and here, right? And inside this there is a line system. So why it is, what it is it a keyword? No, it is not in lowercase first thing. So it is starting with the uppercase, that means it is a class. Then there is a dot. Dot is one of the operator, and this out, this is one of the variable from the this system class. And println, as I said, main is the method. The why? Because in lowercase it is starting with the bracket. Println is a method. Why? It is because it is starting with the bracket and it is taking some argument, right? So this is how you read your program, and whatever you are going to understand further. So it's very important to understand that how you read your program, how you write your program, how you explain it. This is the end of this video. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe for the more videos like this. I will see you in the next video with another interesting topic. Thank you for watching.